High School has opened its doors for a Saturday afternoon matchup here in the Division 7 East District Final, a rematch between two of the top teams in the Inner Valley Conference this season. The 20-4 Hiland Hawks take on the 24-1 Tigers of Strasburg Franklin High School. We welcome you on in to another edition of high school girls basketball here on Big Time Sports. It's Mitch Spinell and Coach Adam Hall here for today's game, and this is a big one, Adam, because not only is it a rematch between two teams that had bragging rights for Strasburg in the IVC this year, this is to move on to regionals now.
Yeah, big game here today, Mitch. We look at the last time these two teams played, it was a 48-38 win for the Tigers. Hiland raced out to a 12-0 lead to start. Strasburg chipped away the rest of the game, ended up taking the lead in the third quarter and never let their foot off the gas. And for Hiland, the thing with that game was they just didn't shoot it well from the perimeter. Strasburg extended their zone, forced Hiland to make some tough shots, and they didn't answer the bell, so we'll see if that changes today for the Hawks.
As part of our pregame report brought to you by our friends at Right Mark Roofing, it is now time to go over our keys to the game for both teams. As stated before, both teams played in a 48-38 final over in Berlin a couple of weeks ago. For the Tigers, you want to roll out Riley. Make sure that your top player, that just recently crowned the IVC Player of the Year, gets her points. She had some foul trouble in the previous matchup against Hiland, as did Joplin Yoder for Hiland. Now, speaking of Yoder, for the Hawks, you got to attack this smaller Tigers team inside. Don't allow them to force you into three-pointers that are at higher risk shots. And for both teams, you got to stop each hot streak. Hiland got off to a 12-0 run to start off their game a few weeks ago. Strasburg then went on a run of their own and never let up. So you have to ensure that if you want to win this game, keep it close and try to come out on top. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Buckeye Career Center. And as we take a look at some of the captains for both teams, moments before today's contest, let's take a look at some of those starters heading into tonight's contest, brought to you by our friends at Tuscarawas Insurance Agency.
Yeah, for the visiting team today, the Strasburg Tigers, we have number 2, Lila Wiggs. And if you remember last time, she was a big key to a Tiger victory, scoring 10 points in that game. Number 4, Allie Miller, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Number 5, Sophia Seacrest is averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists a game, 4 steals a game on the year. Number 22, Riley Thomas, averaging 17 points a game and 10 rebounds a game. And rounding out the starting line for the Tigers is number 23, Ella Gilkerson, at 3 points a game. For the home team, the Hawks today, they are led by number 2, Macy Mullet, averaging 7 points a game. Ellie Haybager, averaging 6 points a game, 4 rebounds a game. Evie Mast at 7.3 points per game. Trish Troyer, number 15, averaging 8 points a game. Last game out, she had 18, including 5 from long range. And then number 35, Joplin Yoder, rounds out the Hawks starting lineup, 16 points a game, 8 rebounds a game.
And those are our starting lineups for today's contest as part of our pregame report, brought to you by our friends at Right Mark Roofing. When we return, we'll just be moments away from this Division 7 East District Final between the Hawks and the Tigers here on Big Time Sports.
Treat your family to the best in dining pleasure at Chibo's Restaurant in Waynesburg. The very best in homemade pasta, rigatoni, and spaghetti will delight your appetite. And the homemade rolls and bread are menu favorites. Visit Chibo's once and you'll become a regular. Other popular items like chicken, ham, and veal parmesan highlight our menu. Take the short drive to great food at Chibo's in Waynesburg.
I wanted something that I could learn a little bit more about what I was passionate about.
Because I wanted to learn a trade that would always be in demand.
Buckeye has so many opportunities for everyone.
You're here because you want to do what you came here to do.
This is the best choice that I've made. I just think it's set me up to be a better person.
Looking to make your brand stand out? Come visit Albert's Advertising at 104 East Main Street in downtown Sugar Creek. We're your one-stop shop for custom wholesale embroidery and screen printing, catering to businesses of all sizes, big, small, and everything in between. Enjoy the perks of low minimum orders and no setup charges on screen printing. We're open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 5 and Saturday from 11 to 3. Elevate your branding with Albert's Advertising today.
Locally owned Albin Title in Dover is a full-service title and escrow company. Our experienced staff has over 100 years of combined experience. The choice is yours. Choose Albin Title in Dover. Call for an estimate at 330-343-5800 or log on to albintitle.com.
We are farmers.
At Parkway Ford Jeep Ram in Dover, Ohio, we're here to get everyone approved. Bad credit? No problem. We look at your individual situation and work to find a vehicle that fits your needs. Unlike buy here, pay here lots, we offer better programs, reliable vehicles, and a plan to help you build your credit. Bring a bank statement and we'll handle the rest, because everyone deserves a dependable vehicle and a brighter future. Visit Parkway today and drive toward success.
And we welcome you back to Dover High School. We are just moments away from the start of the Division VII East District Final here between Hiland and Strasburg, as both teams announcing their respective starters. Mitch Spinell alongside Coach Hall here. And Coach, I mean, this Strasburg team was able to handle Hiland a couple of weeks ago out at the IBC Challenge. What does Hiland need to do tonight to even this matchup against Strasburg and get back to the regionals?
Well, I think it's pretty simple at the end of the day. Hiland's got to make shots, Mitch. Last time we watched them play, they had strings of possessions where they were 0 for 10, 0 for 9, and 0 for 7. So they had a lot of empty possessions where they got nothing out of it. So they have to do a better job with that tonight. But at the end of the day, they have to make shots against this Strasburg defense to be successful.
Hiland with a pair of victories to start out the tournament. Most recently, a 47-40 victory over River. Meanwhile, the Tigers have won 3 straight very convincingly as we bring you up the Mount Hope Fence tip-off here. Their last game for the Tigers, a 66-27 victory over Frontier. We are underway here as Strasburg retains possession as the ball will be in the hands of number 5, Sophia Seacrest.
It's like we have the same matchups as we did last time they played.
It'll be the Tigers now setting up with Riley Thomas trying to drive inside the paint. She passes it off to Gilkerson. That's a 3 to start off for Ella Gilkerson. A good start for the Tigers, who set up now with the zone defense that caused Hiland so many problems a couple of weeks ago. It'll be Macy Mullet handling the ball here for the Hawks. Mullet, one of 5 all-district honorees for the Hiland team this year. As they swing it around now, Strasburg settling in on defense, now in the hands of Joplin Yoder. Joplin, the IBC South Player of the Year on the opposite side of Riley Thomas, who took the top spot in the North. Long three-point attempt is off the back iron, rebounded by Cibilla. Or Seacrest, rather. Seacrest driving down, gives it over here. Miller on the right side against Yoder and misses the bunny, but it gets back to the Tigers. Seacrest swings over to Gilkerson from that right wing again. Gilkerson with a mid-range jumper, no good, an air ball. Rebounded by Yoder.
Hiland's got to look to push this ball in transition, not allow this zone defense to get set up in the half court, Mitch.
And here's Yoder now at the top of the key. She launches and is short. Rebound up for grabs. Last touch by, they're saying Hiland touched it. It'll be Strasburg basketball. We mentioned Yoder had a bit of a tough time scoring a couple weeks ago against the Tigers, opted for more outside shots as opposed to going inside the paint to the basket.
Yeah, both her and Riley Thomas from Strasburg, it actually turned out to be Lila Wiggs and Olivia Spidell, who came in and really gave the Tigers a big boost.
That pass stolen. It's a pull-up now for the Hawks. As they swing it around here, it will be in the hands of Mullet. Being guarded by Miller near the top. Coach Bates for Strasburg yelling as Hiland resets the offense. Mullet looking over to Yoder. Ball knocked away a bit. Mullet getting it back, trying to drive inside. Corner three attempt is good. That was Trish Troyer, who had a big game against Frontier last week, coming up big now.
And she's going to have to be big all day, hitting shots from the perimeter for him, Mitch.
Seacrest try to go with the left hand over to Thomas, and Thomas is fouled and will shoot two. And that is Ellie Habiger with her first foul, the Denison Yard replay.
Thomas just slipped the screen down there. Nice pass by Seacrest, the leader to the basket. Hiland defender comes in from behind and fouls her.
We mentioned Yoder had a tough game against Strasburg a few weeks ago. Thomas had a similar setup as she makes the first free throw, nearly fouling out early in the contest as it was a slugfest inside between the two teams. Otherwise, Thomas has been solid this year, the Division 5, or District 5 and IVC Player of the Year, adding to her long list of honors as she makes the second free throw. It's 5-3 here early on in this game between Strasburg and Hiland. The winner moving on to the regional semifinal to take on the Southeast 1 district champion. Yoder kicking it over and out at Perrin Mishler in the contest now. As Mullet is guarded by Seacrest, an off-ball foul will be charged to Strasburg. And
a little bit too physical there on the backside, Mitch.
And I believe it'll be Addison Cibula with her first foul. Bit of a slower start scoring-wise compared to what we saw in Berlin. As that ball nearly knocked away, it was Thomas guarding up close against Victoria Weaver. Weaver will inbound the ball here against the taller Thomas. And she hits it over to Yoder. Yoder from the wing for three. Got it. Hiland grabs the lead back, 6-5 here as Yoder gets on the board.
Strasburg's got to do a better job identifying shooters on the perimeter, getting hands up. Good kick out there by Allie Miller.
Cibula misses it, rebounded by Yoder, but it bounces over to Thomas. She misses with the left hand. It's in Cibula's hands now. She's got it. And it's 7-6 Strasburg. A nice move there by the Hawks. Mullet, no good. Spidell with the rebound now, kicks over to Seacrest. Seacrest launching from the left wing, that is no good. And it's tipped and rebounded by Yoder again. Yoder crashing the boards early on. And both teams launching from beyond the arc once again. Yoder now being guarded by Miller, ball nearly knocked out. Mullet driving with the left hand, Yoder for three, got it again!
If she starts hitting those, that could be a problem for the Tigers because she's a tough matchup out there on the perimeter for Miller.
Back-to-back threes for Joplin, makes it 9-7. Seacrest driving in the lane and chucks up a layup, no good. Rebounded by the Hawks. Is Mullet now driving to the right, and it's out of bounds, knocked away by Seacrest.
For both teams today, Mitch, they're going to have to play through contact. We got one of the best officiating crews in the East District. They're going to let these kids play a little bit too and let them decide the district final as opposed to the officials deciding it.
Multiple players coming in for Hiland, including number 11, Evie Mast. We mentioned before, multiple players for Hiland, honored by the District 5 team. Mast, an honorable mention. And a look in here will be Habiger driving inside. A nice move with the left hand over Miller as it's 11-7. And it'll be Mast on the one-man press against Seacrest now. A look inside to Thomas, and Thomas off the glass. Nice pass over there by Seacrest.
Strasburg.
And Mishler's pass knocked away by Thomas. That was nearly a gimme basket.
Yeah, Hiland was a little late seeing the girl open in transition. Thomas did a nice job sprinting back, running through that passing lane.
It's 2:59 left here in the opening quarter with Hiland up 2. They'll be inbounding the ball under the basket. They kick over to Mast on the right side. Mast has an open look through the lane. Ball nearly knocked away. It is knocked away. And there's a skirmish on the floor. Jump ball.
Hiland ball.
It was number 2 for Strasburg. Lila Wiggs getting in there to try and rip the ball from Mast's hands. So it will be Macy Mullet inbounding the ball into the basket once again. Yoder gives it right back, swings it over to the top of the key. A three-point attempt short. Ball is loose and knocked out of bounds. They said Mass touched it last.
Wiggs did a nice.
We will take a quick timeout here with Hiland up 2, 2:46 left.
Ready for adventure? The 2025 Chevrolet Equinox is here. With its sleek design, advanced safety features, and spacious interior, the Equinox is built for your next journey. It combines performance with efficiency. Find yours at Ferris Chevrolet Toyota. Locally trusted, family-owned, and dedicated to your driving needs, Ferris Chevrolet Toyota makes finding your dream car easy.
Selling your home is one of the largest transactions you will have in your lifetime. Sure, you could try to sell it yourself, but you can also cut your own hair, but why risk it? There are contracts, inspections, appraisals, financing, marketing, title work, and negotiating. Why not leave it to the professionals at McIntyre Realty, one of the few remaining locally owned real estate companies? As my granddaughter Mason says,
make the call!
What draws us together? What keeps us grinding long into the night? What drives us to excel? To give it everything we have? It's the moment. We're ready to show up. Are you?
Welcome to Willis Group Realty, where service meets excellence.
At Willis Group Realty, we pride ourselves on customer service. We ensure smart investment choices for a secure future. And we give back to the community because we believe in building stronger neighborhoods. Commercial, residential, land. Whatever your real estate needs, Willis Group Realty has you covered.
Willis Group Realty, welcome home.
When it comes to your health, trust the expertise close to home. Pomerene Hospital, nationally recognized for excellence in community health, serves Tuscarawas and Holmes counties with compassionate, specialized care. From pain management and ENT to gastroenterology and women's health, our local offices are just minutes away. Pomerene Hospital, where advanced medicine meets a commitment to our neighbors. Learn more at pomerenehospital.org.
2:40 left here in the opening quarter. Hiland up 2 against Strasburg in this division, the district final rather. Short jumper by Thomas is no good. Rebounded by Habiger. And a nice steal there on the attempt, but throwing it right back is Cibula. Back over to Habiger.
Great hustle there by Cibula and did the right thing, throwing it to her end and making Hiland reset.
And Yoder now at the top of the key here, being guarded by Olivia Spidell. Another three-point attempt, that's her third. Yoder is 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, and it's 14-9. And a long pass over the middle is stolen by the Hawks. Seacrest tried to get it inside, and Mullet now trying to drive in with the right hand. She kicks it over to Mast. Or Weaver, rather.
See if Hiland goes back to Yoder here.
It is Trish Troyer kicking it over to Yoder. Yoder once again at the top of the key against Spidell. Swings it back. Long three-point attempt from the left wing. No good. And Hiland persistent with the three-point attempts here as Strasburg tries to drive inside. Seacrest with the left hand. No good, out of bounds. They're saying Hiland touched it last.
It's a good take downhill by Seacrest. Might have got hit on the arm there, but I like her aggressiveness going to the basket.
It is Allie Miller coming back into the game now, replacing Cibula. Miller, another one of the honorees for Strasburg this year, earning second-team nods in both the IVC and District 5. Spidell kicks it out. Lila Wiggs for three, no good. And the ball's on the floor here. Habiger picks it up once again. Yoder in transition here, launching it once again, and no good off the backside.
That's what you call a heat check there, Mitch.
Just over a minute remaining, 14-9 Hiland. Spidell from the right wing for three, and that is no good. And again, Habiger crashing the boards. That is her fourth rebound of the quarter.
Hiland seems content to slow it down here. 1 minute left.
A more even matchup than it was a few weeks ago between these two teams to start out, but the Hawks have a 5-point lead here. They'll take some air out of the ball to take the last shot as it's swung over to Yoder now, who's being guarded by Miller. Yoder kicking it over. Trish Troyer against Spidell. Back to Joplin Yoder. Mid-range jumper is good.
She's feeling it, Mitch. 11 in the quarter.
Yoder outscoring the Tigers here. 18 seconds left. Seacrest trying to salvage one last shot. As the clock runs down here, Seacrest trying to get the screen from Spidell. Seacrest being guarded by Weaver. Seacrest for three. No good. Rebounded by Joplin. And that's the end of the opening quarter. The Hawks up 16-9 over the Tigers as Joplin Yoder has 11 points already. We'll be back right after this here on Big Time Sports.
Introducing Uncle Primo's, where culinary expertise meets passion. Uncle Primo's, where we're crafting outstanding steaks and succulent seafood like never before. Our passion for the perfect dish is unmatched. We take pride in every Italian creation, boasting our lasagna as unbeatable. And our Primo salad? A timeless classic, always fresh, always delicious. Good food and good company, because here we're making restaurant history one dish at a time. Welcome to Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern, Ohio, your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Get behind the wheel of your dreams with our exclusive lineup of top quality vehicles. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, we have something for every driver. Explore our wide selection of premium cars and let our expert team help you find the perfect match. Don't settle for ordinary. Upgrade to extraordinary at Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern.
Football there, football there, football everywhere! What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he couldn't stop his body like a human, so he ends up trampling him, and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back, and he tramples him some more, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm a buffalo. I don't know my strength compared to you.
Wait, what?
Come on, ref! Let the boys play!
Powered by purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Engineering technology at Kent State Tusk is your pathway to a career in engineering. Our ABET accredited degrees cover many fields, including electrical, electronic, mechanical systems, green and alternative, and integrated engineering technology. Graduates of our bachelor level engineering technology degree programs are eligible to become registered professional engineers in the state of Ohio. Define your own success at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
LodgeVision Technologies is a locally owned IT service management group in Winesburg, Ohio.
If your small business has technology needs ranging from workstation setups to network management, filtering, and cybersecurity, LodgeVision Technologies has the team and experience to create a solution unique to your business. Our goal is to simplify your business by taking the complexity and difficulty out of technology. Contact LodgeVision Technologies and experience a true peace of mind with all of your technology needs.
And we're back here at Dover High School with the Hiland Hawks up 16-9 over the Strasburg Tigers on our Wayne Garage Door scoreboard in this Division 7 East District Final. I mean, the Hawks getting off to a better start here and holding off the Tigers here in the opener.
Yeah, Mitch, Hiland 6 for 12 from the floor. 4 of those makes have been from 3. Strasburg's 3 of 9, 2 for 2 from the line. Rebounding, Strasburg came on early, had about 4 offensive rebounds there in their first 4 or 5 possessions. But Strasburg's got 9, Hiland's got 5. So far, a clean game, turnovers both sides.
It is Hiland in control as of now as They will come out onto the floor here. It is a matchup of two of the top teams in the IVC, as well as the two top coaches who were honored with the Conference Coach of the Year awards. Brady Schleybaugh in his third season at Hiland, taking the honor in the South Division, while first-year head coach Tyler Bates for Strasburg getting his first honor after a lengthy career over at Loudonville. And that ball knocked out of bounds by Mullet. Mentioned Bates as one of the all-time winningest coaches in the Ashland area before coming over to Strasburg here and leading the Tigers to one of their best seasons in recent memory. As the Tigers set up now, with Seacrest being heavily guarded and a 5-second call. It was Evie Mass who was able to goad Seacrest into holding it for too long. Let's take a look at here on the defensive replay brought to you by Mount Hope Fence.
It just did a good job keeping her in front of her, forcing Seacrest into that 5 count.
And so it'll be Macy Mullet now having to get the ball away, and it's out of bounds off Strasburg. She nearly lost it out of bounds as trying to get it to Yoder. And so Yoder will inbound the ball against Miller. Strasburg locking down here, but gets it over to Trish Troyer. Troyer had a game-high 18 points in the Hawks' 47-40 victory over Frontier in the district semifinal. It is Mass throwing it over now. Habiger from the top for 3, and that's an air ball. And knocked back into play, and it's a nice effort, but Seacrest has it. Seacrest driving down with the left hand and blocked by Habiger. The ball is up for grabs, and a foul is called. And I think they're going to give the foul to Habiger. That is her first foul, first team foul of the quarter.
Yeah, good strong take there by Seacrest using her body. I don't see much of a foul there, but good job with Strasburg staying after it.
And they're going to send this one to the line. It is Riley Thomas.
I'm not sure about that. In their mind, that might be a makeup call, Mitch.
Shooting some free throws here as the first one is good. Thomas, one of the top free throw shooters for Strasburg this season at just over 61%. If that's one area the Tigers haven't been able to lock down this year, it's from the free throw line. Thomas makes the second.
Strasburg 4 for 4 so far today from the line.
Thomas with 6 points now as it's 16-11 early on, and the ball be out of bounds here. Mullet trying to go up against Thomas and Cibola. See Perrin Mishler come into the game now for Hiland. And so it'll be Mullet once again going up against Seacrest. Gets the screen at the top. Strasburg get to switch back here as Miller got caught in the middle, and a three-pointer is made by Macy Mullet.
Maybe like to see Strasburg go back to that 2-3 zone, Mitch. See if that can throw Hiland off rhythm a little bit.
19-11. And a look inside here for Thomas going up against the undersized man, and it's no good. Good defense there. Fast break. Mishler tried to catch it, doesn't get it out of bounds. Missed opportunity there for Hiland. And so it'll be Mishler now with the one-man press against Seacrest. Seacrest, a first-team All-IVC player, as well as first-team on the district team. She nearly lost the ball there and gives it up to Gilkerson in the corner. A swing over to Lila Wiggs, and that three-pointer is good. Off the rim, off the glass, off everything. That's Wiggs' first basket of the game to make it a 5-point lead, and right back to 8 as Trish Troyer makes it from the left side. Hiland working from the three-point line, 6 points for Troyer. Seacrest shooting a free throw at the top, got it. That's a basket here as Tyler Bates calls a timeout for Strasburg, and so will we. Hiland up 6 with 5:46 remaining.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Prime Time has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when
you're already dealing with a medical issue. Prime Time is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Prime Time, we picked the best program.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
We understand the challenges families face today. Insurance can be confusing, and sometimes you're afraid to make the wrong move. Well, the Tuscarawas insurance professionals are here to make it easy. Our trusted staff will walk you through everything you need to know to make your decision easier for you. All our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, for your satisfaction. Learn more. Visit TuskInsurance.com or one of our 3 convenient locations: New Philly, Strasburg, and Sugar Creek.
Introducing Mount Hope Fence. Elevate your outdoors with our premier fences, beautiful pergolas, and captivating decks. We're your local experts on outdoor transformations, security, style, and serenity. We have it all. Let us bring your outdoor dreams to life. Mount Hope Fence, your space, your sanctuary. 7102 County Highway 77 in Millersburg and 644 Killian Road in Akron. Mount Hope Fence. We have the inside on the outdoors.
Hey, you guys want to practice for the golf scramble?
Right now? How?
I got an idea.
Now we know what you're doing when we can't find you.
Wayne?
Looks like we have a problem.
Do you really know what's been happening on your roof? We can help. Don't risk costly damages and disruptions to your business operations. Schedule your complimentary roof assessment today.
As we welcome you back here, it's time to look at our Dover Dental Group fan cam, seeing some of the Hiland faithful and student section on the opposite side as we have a nearly packed crowd here at Dover High School. The hosts of the Division 7 East District final game here between Strasburg and Hiland, in which the Hawks have a 6-point lead. But the Tigers seem to have kind of calmed the storm here a little bit.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. They just got to make sure they're not getting in a trading baskets game with the Hawks right now. They got to score and then get stops on this end and then come back and execute on the offensive end.
We mentioned the winner of this game. We'll move on to the regional semifinal to play the champion of the Southeast 1 district, either Franklin Furnace Green or South Gallia, and Joplin Yoder misses the layup attempt. Rebounded by Strasburg now as Seacrest drives in once again. Fades back to the right wing, then goes back.
Got a little mismatch on the inside, looking to get it down low.
Thomas being double teamed, and she's got the and one. A nice move by the senior to cut the lead and go to the line. Let's take a look at it here on our Domino's Big Play replay.
You know, Mish identified the mismatch. Thomas goes up strong, gets the and one.
That foul charge to Joplin Yoder. That's her first, team's second of the quarter, as a line infraction has been made by Allie Miller, so no free throw. Miller just jumping too early. A 4-point lead for Hiland here, looking to avenge their loss to Strasburg a few weeks ago. At the IVC showcase, a 3-point attempt, no good, rebounded by Thomas. Hiland setting up man-to-man here. Seacrest trying to drive in against Yoder, and off the glass, no good. Tried to go with the left hand. Seacrest heavily guarding Mass there as the Hawks spread it out now. Mullet trying to drive inside, and is fouled by Spidell in the paint.
Yep. Easy call. Defender was moving as she went up for the shot.
Let's take a look at it here on the replay.
It's kind of a little, no one picked her up in transition, and Spidell had to slide over and was moving as she went up for the finish.
And we'll see Mullet now shooting her first free throw attempt. She's got it. Mullet, a bit of a struggle last game in the win against Frontier for Hiland. 1 of 8 from the field. Her second free throw is good.
Hiland extending some full court pressure here.
It'll be Thomas taking the ball up the floor now as a double team is approaching. Out to Spidell. Miller wanted it on the right block as Spidell kicks it to Cibula in the corner. Cibula jacks up a three, no good. Picks up her own rebound. Nice cut inside, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Joplin. Joplin Yoder taking it coast to coast. No, she swings it out. And it's now over to Evie Mass. Long three-point attempt off the backside. And Yoder tried to save it from going out, but it's in the hands of Miller. A dangerous pass thrown by Miller, and it's stolen by Hiland. Mass trying to drive in. Mishler from the right side for three. Got it. That's a potential 5-point swing here as Hiland's up 9. And it's Seacrest trying to give it to Thomas here at the free throw line. Thomas driving in, and a nice move there.
A good, strong move.
Off the right block.
Thomas should touch the ball every possession for the Tigers, Mitch.
She's already got 10 points on the game as it's 27-20. As we are past the midway point, I think Hiland called a timeout. Brady Schleybaugh wanting a full break between these two teams. I mean, this is about as close as you could ask for a contest right now between two of the top teams in the IVC, especially in comparison to what we saw a few weeks ago where one team got out way ahead and the other team took complete control for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and for Hiland, you know, you keep doing what they're doing, push the ball in transition, try to find those shooters, or when you beat kids off the bounce and help comes, kick it out. For Strasburg, I really think they got to get Thomas in more isolation situations, high post, low post, where she can go to work and clear out, and then the shooters like Seacrest spot up on the perimeter.
It almost feels like an inverse of what we saw the first time these two teams played, where when Yoder and Thomas struggled for both Hiland and Strasburg respectively, the other players were able to step up. Now it feels like both teams are going to need their top players to really lead them to victory today. We see Coach Schleybaugh and the Hawks breaking away from the huddle as Strasburg's already back on the floor here. For Hiland, they're looking to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 2022. Of course, many trips to the regional and state tournaments. Meanwhile, Strasburg looking for their first regional appearance since 1980. Then under head coach Ron Hurst, a longtime coach and administrator at Strasburg Franklin High School. And so it'll be Mullet going up against Seacrest here once again. Mullet rolling around, trying to find Yoder inside, and a nice defensive play by Miller.
It was a good job by Miller getting through the screen, fighting over top. Maybe one more dribble for the Hawks there just to get a little bit better of an angle on that entry pass.
Miller, a bit of a breakout season. We mentioned earlier, a second teamer in the IVC and district teams this year. As it is Evie Mass going up against Cibula, and she is fouled by Cibula on the shot attempt. So Mass, go to the line here.
Just beat Cibula off the dribble. Cibula, you can see, is coming from behind here. Just gets her on the arm. Just a little touch as she's going up for the shot.
The junior will make her first free throw. Mass averaging 8 points a game for the Hawks this year. Is a District 5 honorable mention player, as well as a nod for the IVC team. Mass shoots again, makes again. A 9-point lead for the Hawks with 3:16 left until we get to our Ferris halftime report. We'll give you the stats and an analysis of what's been happening in this game. Ball nearly knocked away from the Tigers' possession. Seacrest throws it over now. Cibula from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Olivia Spidell, who's stuck now in the opposite corner. Gets outside, and the ball is nearly stolen, and it is stolen by Hiland. Nice defensive play by Troyer, but the ball is knocked away from Mast. Over to Spidell now. Spidell, one of the key players in the Tigers' victory a few weeks ago in Berlin at the IVC showcase. Cibula picked up her dribble. Seacrest, rather. Thomas swings it out now. Cibula for three. No good. Another offensive rebound for Seacrest. Opposite layup, no good. Seacrest on the floor now, as are multiple players. And as it's kicked out to Miller. Miller going up against Mass. She's fouled. Strasburg fighting for their shots here as Miller got the mismatch against Mass.
No, and for Hiland, they've struggled to defensive rebound today. I think that's the 6th offensive rebound for the Tigers thus far in the game.
That's Mass' first foul here. You see it on the replay. I don't know how that ball got out of there. A nice throw out by, I believe, Thomas.
Yeah.
As Miller misses the first free throw.
Miller on the season at 57% from the line.
We mentioned it before. One area Strasburg struggled in this year has been for their free throw shooting, as Miller misses both. So Hiland will take it up the floor here. It's off the hands of Trish Troyer. And so another turnover for Strasburg as Lila Wiggs comes back into the game to replace Allie Miller. And so Seacrest nearly stuck there near the free throw line. Swing out to Spidell. Spidell's shot, I think, was touched by Yoder. Hiland picking it up on the floor here. Troyer for 3, got it. And Trish Troyer, the leading scorer in the Hawks' previous victory, has 9 points already. It's 32-20. Hiland smelling blood here. Strasburg needing a shot. They swing it to the opposite side. Lila Wiggs for 3, no good. And a box out there by Mishler, and they're going to call a foul on Cibala.
Mitch, that was a great box out by the freshman Mishler. And if you look at what Hiland's doing defensively right now, they're essentially really only guarding 2 kids in Seacrest and Thomas.
We'll see it here. Strasburg just really struggled with their 3-point shots.
Mishler did a good job driving her back. Great positioning there. But, you know, for Hiland, what they're doing defensively right now is daring everyone else to shoot and really sinking in on Thomas and Seacrest, guarding them heavy and providing a lot of help. As you see a 3 by the freshman there in the corner.
No good, and the offensive rebound by Troyer. It's Mass now setting up once again. And they'll give it back to Mishler. She's being guarded by Wiggs. Mullet up against Seacrest now. And Yoder against Spidell. Spidell.
Good kick out.
And another 3-pointer is made by Macy Mullet. Leads up to 15 for Hiland here. Less than a minute remaining until the half. Seacrest gets the screen, launches from the top, no good. Rebounded by Troyer. And Hiland will slow it up here, getting the last shot. Hiland found themselves down big at halftime. The IVC Showcase Final a few weeks ago, but they're up 15 in the biggest game of their season against their counterparts in the atop the IVC. Mullet being guarded by Seacrest. 13 seconds left. Picked up her dribble. Now over to Yoder, being guarded by Spidell. Yoder kicks back. 3-point attempt. Got it! 14 points for Yoder now. Strasburg with one last attempt, no good. And an 18-point lead for Hiland as they go into the locker room. Strasburg will take a break as well. We will take one as well, as it's 38-20 on the Wayne Garage Door scoreboard. Halftime report right after this.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Discover Little Caesars Pizza in New Philadelphia. Indulge in our delectable pizza varieties perfect for pickup or delivery. From classic pepperoni to mouth-watering supreme. Plus, we have wings, crazy bread, and much, much more. Enjoy the convenience and great taste of Little Caesars Pizza. Little Caesars, 539 West High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Bringing you quality and convenience, so don't settle for anything less than the best. Little Caesars.
Oak Shadows Golf Club is a premier 18-hole course that will surely bring your group back for another fun round. Oak Shadows offers panoramic views and is suitable for all skill levels. Our bent grass fairways, tees, and greens will offer you a comfortable and enjoyable experience. For your tee time, call 330-343-2426 or at oakshadowsgolf@gmail.com.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Welcome to Action Extreme Sports, Northeast Ohio's top dealer for Gas, KTM, Kimco, Landmaster, and YCF. Check out our awesome selection of motorcycles, dirt bikes, ATVs, UTVs, and electric bikes. New or used, we've got it all. Located in New Philadelphia, near Canton and Akron. Visit or call us today for unbeatable sales, service, parts, and financing. Action Extreme Sports, your adventure starts here.
And we welcome you back to Dover High School. It is halftime here as the Hiland Hawks lead the Strasburg Tigers 38-20 in this Division 7 East District Final. The winner of this game moving on to the regional semifinals. As we take a look now at our Ferris halftime report. It's been a pretty even game up until the last half of the second quarter as Hiland has jumped out to an 18-point advantage. And we take a look now at some of the numbers that led to where we are in the contest so far. Look now for both teams. Hiland at 12 of 23 from the field compared to 7 of 24 from the Tigers. Many of those on the back of Riley Thomas's 10 points to lead the team. Meanwhile for Hiland, Joplin Yoder with 14 points on the contest. For free throws, Strasburg and Hiland both with 4 each, although Strasburg has missed 3 extra ones as well. The Tigers lead the Hawks in rebounds 20-14. compared to 3 turnovers for Strasburg and 1 for the Hawks. So we will see what happens here in the second half, leading to the end of tonight's contest between the Hawks and the Tigers. And as of now, I want to introduce our special guest here as part of our halftime report. He is the superintendent of Strasburg Franklin Local Schools. It is Vince Lindsay on the mic here. Vince, thanks so much for the time.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
I mean, we want to go into what's been kind of an ongoing issue here at Strasburg Franklin, this ongoing levy that's been being proposed for the school. Can you take us through some of that?
Yeah, so our bond's going to go on May 6th. Very excited about that. May 6th bond, 3.6 mils. It will accumulate $10 million over 30 years. We're very excited to renovate our football field, expand our track, put turf in our football field, build a new baseball and softball facility, and include a band practice field. And we're working with the village council because the football field's at the park, and it's a community event, and there's a lot of momentum and excitement for it.
Now, for the people who may not know in the Strasburg area, of course, they know that the football field, the baseball field, softball, they are all located down in the location of Franklin Park. Will all these facilities remain down at Franklin, or would some of them be moving up to closer to the uphill Strasburg Franklin High?
Yeah, so we'll maintain our partnership with the village. We'll keep our football field and track at the park. We'll be a practice field on the east side of the football field as well. But baseball and softball would move north to our north of our school and land that's owned by the school district. But yeah, it would be brand new and turf for the baseball softball field. We know that the waste management is expanding. So we're looking, the conversation started with softball. But yeah, it's an opportunity that we have as a community, and we're excited to explore it.
And then potentially one more time for our listeners, there's an upcoming meeting or any information that they may be able to look into here as to whether or not this levy will be passed?
Yeah, keep an eye out for social media. There is a bond committee. All the information and promotion will go through them. So I'm sure they will communicate. They are planning to have coffee talks and meetings throughout the community. And we're excited to hear some feedback as well as we move forward.
Vince Lindsay, the superintendent of Strasburg Franklin Local Schools, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Go Tigers.
And that is our halftime report here, brought to you by our friends at Ferris. When we return, it'll be second half action here in the Division 7 East District Final between the Hiland Hawks and the Strasburg Franklin Tigers. Hawks up 18. We'll be back right after this.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime, we picked the best program.
Not like your average high school. You start with something that you love.
Just getting hands-on is way different from sitting in a classroom.
Every day's different. You come across a problem, you have to tackle that problem. You have to figure out how to tackle the problem.
Skills I've acquired through just my lab in itself have been mind-blowing. Definitely here at Buckeye, they prepare you for any situation that you could go into after high school.
Charlie Jones here for Malkwitz Tavern. The very best in steaks or pork chops are at Malkwitz Tavern in Strasburg. Served on a sizzling platter to enhance your steak, you will soon agree it's the best. Our pasta with our homemade sauce and succulent seafood are also favorites. Don't be shy, give Malkwitz Tavern a try. I'll see you there soon.
This is Dover Brake Inc., a legacy spanning 3 generations at 9670 State Route 250 Northwest in Strasburg, Ohio. Your dedicated brake specialists committed to top-notch truck maintenance. Trust us for unmatched expertise and service. Your safety on the road is our priority. For information on service, parts, and a lot more, log on to DoverBrakeInc.com, where generations of excellence meet truck maintenance perfection. Introducing Uncle Primo's, where culinary expertise meets passion. Uncle Primo's, where we're crafting outstanding steaks and succulent seafood like never before. Our passion for the perfect dish is unmatched. We take pride in every Italian creation, boasting our lasagna as unbeatable. And our Primo salad, a timeless classic, always fresh, always delicious. Good food and good company, because here we're making restaurant history one dish at a time.
And we're back here at Dover High School, where the Hiland Hawks have an 18-point lead over the Strasburg Tigers in the Division 7 East District Final. I mean, Coach Hall, this is going to be a heck of a job for Strasburg to try and get back into this contest. How do they stop this Hiland run?
Well, you know, Hiland's doing a great job executing offensively. And like we said last time, it's not that they play bad. They just miss shots. They're making shots. They're 8 of 13 from 3. And Strasburg, you know, being forced to go man, okay, has some matchup issues with some of Hiland's players. So if you're Strasburg, you have to understand you're just going to have to chip away, chip away, chip away. Try to get this to single digits going into the 4th if you can.
Hiland spreading out its top scoring here in the contest. We mentioned Joplin Yoder with 14 points already, compared to 9 points from the likes of Trish Troy, who had a big game last week in the district, or the district semifinals rather, but a steal there from Macy Mullet. Sophia Seacrest driving inside. Another layup missed by Seacrest. She's had a tough night trying to drive inside. As Yoder now launches from 3 and picks up where she left off in the first half. She has 17 points. We mentioned Yoder being one of the top scorers alongside Troyer as that ball is knocked out of bounds. Macy Mullet has had 8 points in this contest, so Hiland's a little more top-heavy now compared to Strasburg, who has the likes of Riley Thomas.
Yeah, Mitch, it's amazing what can happen to a defense once your offense starts making shots. You're more aggressive, you're more active, and that's what's happening right now. And Strasburg's just having a hard time handling the pressure that Hiland's putting on, making every shot they shoot difficult.
And Thomas here trying to go off inside, in and out off the glass.
You look, even a shot like that, they force Riley Thomas to shoot an off-balance shot by bringing that double team.
And they get down quickly here. Evie Mass launches, no good from the 3. Strasburg trying to drive up the floor here as Seacrest nearly lost it. Wiggs gives it up now back to Seacrest. Hiland working that two-man press as Thomas tries to set a pick here. Kick over to Wiggs. Miller going up side against Yoder. Miller, no good, as Yoder has had Miller's number all night inside the paint. Hiland up 21 here. Macy Mullet kicking it over to Yoder now. Mullet getting a screen attempt here by Yoder, and she'll kick it back to Ellie Habiger. Habiger driving inside. The bunny is no good. Picked up by Wiggs, and now swings it over. Trish Troyer at the top of the key. Swings it over to Yoder. Hiland eating away at some of the third quarter clock here as Troyer goes inside to Habiger. And a nice move there makes it a 23-point lead. The Hiland machine is still running here. Strasburg needing a run to get back into this contest. It's Ella Gilkerson now swinging it back to Lila Wiggs. Riley Thomas going inside, off the glass again, no good. And Gilkerson tried to go up against Yoder on the corner there. But Yoder gets it back now, top of the key. Tried to swing it over now, a pass is out of bounds. Tried to find Mast. Threw it errantly, but Spidell, as well as Addison Cibula, come back into the contest. Spidell was our Claws XL player of the game a couple of weeks ago, as she came up big in the Tigers' 10-point victory over Hiland on their home floor.
Yes, Spidell and Wiggs had a combined 25 today, 3 for the Tigers.
It's been less spread out for the Tigers here, as Hiland has mostly dominated this entire game. Seacrest trying to drive in, and another layup is missed. She has had a tough night as Mullet brings the ball up the floor here. And a throw inside to Yoder, but she got knocked down by Miller. No call there as Spidell brings it up the floor. It is Cibula throwing cross court. Long three-point attempt, no good by Seacrest. And the ball is up for grabs, out of bounds. They said Thomas touched it last. And Strasburg yet to find their footing with the outside shots. And a steal there by Seacrest up against Mullet. She goes up for a layup, no good again. She can't connect. And a look here now for Troyer, driving down baseline. Floater is up and no good, rebounded by Miller. Tigers setting up the offense now. Seacrest being guarded by Mishler. Look inside to Thomas, she is fouled. And the Tigers able to get a bit of a break as Mishler will be charged with the foul.
Yeah, good post entry there by Seacrest. Thomas goes up strong.
Correction, that foul will be against Macy Mullet. That's her first personal as Thomas cuts into some of the Hiland lead, making it 43-21. Thomas with 11 points. A few substitutions in for the Hawks. As Thomas makes the second free throw. 12 points, she's the leading scorer for Strasburg right now. And Hiland going quick once again on offense here as the ball is stuck in the corner, out of bounds as Mass touched it last. Let's take a quick timeout here. Hiland up 21 with 4:26 left.
Ready for adventure? The 2025 Chevrolet Equinox is here. With its sleek design, advanced safety features, and spacious interior, the Equinox is built for your next journey. It combines performance with efficiency. Find yours at Ferris Chevrolet Toyota. Locally trusted, family-owned, and dedicated to your driving needs, Ferris Chevrolet Toyota makes finding your dream car easy.
Dumont Sporting Goods has been outfitting winning teams since 1977. Put Doug Clark and his experienced staff to work for your team. See them for school jackets, silk screening, and embroidery. Dumont's is especially proud to be your exclusive area Russell Athletic Team specialist. All of the name brands you love close to home. That's Dumont's Sporting Goods on Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover. Team specialist since 1977.
Since 1953, Millersburg Tire has carried on the family tradition of selling and servicing your farm and family passenger tire needs. To meet our customers' needs in present day, we built the Red Hannah Tire Building to service big trucks even better. At Millersburg Tire, we sell tires to fit any vehicle and pride ourselves in sales and service. Our motto is simple: if it runs on rubber, we have it for your vehicle.
Unleash the champion in you at T-County Boxing Academy. From beginners to seasoned pros, our classes are tailored for every age and skill level. Get ready to jab, hook, and cross your way to greatness with our expert trainers. Join a community where everyone is welcome to embrace the power within. It's not just a workout, it's a journey to a stronger, more confident you. T-County Boxing Academy, where champions are made. Sign up now and step into the ring of endless possibilities.
Beaver Constructors is a full-service general contractor delivering top-notch commercial construction management, general contracting, and design-build services across Ohio. We prioritize doing things the right way, ensuring the highest quality in every project from critical infrastructure to facility improvements. Beaver Excavating excels in heavy civil contracting for commercial, industrial, and transportation sectors. We believe in making a positive impact through community involvement and client satisfaction.
Welcome to Willis Group Realty, where service meets excellence.
At Willis Group Realty, we pride ourselves on customer service. We ensure smart investment choices for a secure future. And we give back to the community because we believe in building stronger neighborhoods. Commercial, residential, land, whatever your real estate needs, Willis Group Realty has you covered.
Willis Group Realty, welcome home.
And we're back here. Strasburg needing to make a bit of a run here in this third quarter. Cut into the Hiland lead in this East District final here, as the 15-footer by Seacrest is no good. Seacrest's shooting woes continue here tonight. Habiger goes up against Spidell, and they're going to call a foul on Strasburg. That's her second personal, team's first of the quarter, as Ellie Habiger will go to the free throw line. Habiger, a senior, makes the first free throw. Has played well for the Hawks this year, so much so she was honored on the second teams of the IVC South and the District 5 team. And Habiger makes the second free throw. She's got 6 points on the game, as the Hawks lead is now up to 23 midway through the quarter. It'll be Seacrest now looking to set up the offense here. Two options at the top. Wiggs throws it to Spidell inside. Spidell, nice move over to Thomas. That is no good, but a foul is called on Joplin Yoder.
Nice little high-low action there by the Tigers. Thomas going back to the line to shoot two.
And as you look at the replay here, you wonder if this is going to be the bread and butter for Strasburg in this second half, as Thomas can go up and try to get some of those acrobatic shots and draw fouls against Hiland, as Thomas makes the first free throw. Spidell and Cibula working inside for the Tigers. That second shot is good. So Thomas has 14. Hiland up 45-24. That ball is knocked away and in the hands of Seacrest. Seacrest trying to drive in. She's stuck near the paint. Gets it out to Olivia Spidell.
It's a sixth turnover for the Hawks this quarter.
And another foul charged to Yoder. Riley Thomas will go back to the line. That is the third foul on Yoder. Take a look at it here on the replay. They said just enough contact made there as Yoder and the Hiland faithful did not like the call, but Thomas
It was a great pass by Spidell, Mitch.
Yes.
On that roll. Strasburg 5 for 5 from the line in this quarter. And like I said, Hiland has 6 turnovers. Strasburg's got to keep taking advantage of those opportunities when they do turn it over and capitalizing off of it.
Multiple pickpockets from Strasburg in the backcourt as Thomas makes a second free throw. She's hit 6 in a row and has 16 points on the game. So Hiland, another double team in the backcourt. Thomas and Seacrest, and the ball dribbles out of bounds as Weaver tried to give it over to Mullet, and Mullet couldn't get a hand on it. And Hiland getting a little sloppy here in the backcourt as Strasburg trying to find a run here in Mount Hope fence defense. It'll be Seacrest now. Going up against Mass, picks up her dribble, gives over to Spidell. Spidell thought about a 3. Trying to body her way inside. That ball thrown right back to her. Kicks it out to Cibula. Cibula from the left wing, no good. Rebounded, is on the floor. Nice play by Weaver now. Hiland in transition. Mullet. Kicking over to Mass. Mass trying to find the open man. She does in Mullet. Mullet.
See if Hiland can't get something good this possession. They've had quite a few empty possessions here.
And it's Victoria Weaver for Hiland, throwing it over to Mass. Hiland taking some air out of the ball here with a 19-point lead in this third quarter. Winner of this game going on to face either Franklin Furnace Green or South Gallia in the regional semis, and a foul is called as the ball was nearly going out of bounds. They're calling that on Olivia Spidell. That's her third. That was a strange occurrence there near the baseline.
Unfortunate just to get the personal foul there, Mitch.
You heard some of the reaction possibly from the Hiland side as the Hawks maintain possession. Mullet handing it off now. Once again, we see Hiland slowing down the offense, looking for the open man. Coach Bates barking defensive calls at the Strasburg players.
Looks like he wants Strasburg to try to double and then scramble out of it, try to speed Hiland up, maybe force him into another turnover.
And there's a wide open attempt here, a look inside for Trish Troyer, and they're gonna call it a travel. She tried to hand it off to Habiger, but on the exchange, she kept possession, and therefore, by rule, it's a travel. It's 1:52 remaining. Strasburg has been able to force quite a few turnovers for Hiland. They just can't quite cash in on those mistakes.
Strasburg 0 for 9 from the field this quarter.
Their offense has been Riley Thomas getting to the line. Let's see if she does it here on the double team. Ball knocked away as Mass picks it up.
Hiland doing a great job sending 2 to attack her as soon as she puts the ball on the floor.
Swung over to Mass here at the top of the key. Now over to Troyer. Troyer crosses up Cibula, now gives it right back as Hiland is playing to waste some time here to get into the fourth period.
Remember, Hiland's doing this without Yoder on the floor too right now.
Evie Mass going up for the layup, no good. Rebound up for grabs. It's Seacrest picking it up now. With about a minute remaining here, Seacrest loses the ball. Evie Mass picks it up, and it's on the floor, and a nice defensive stand here for Hiland. Mullet throws it over now to Troyer. Troyer stuck in the corner, gets it back out to Habiger, and Hiland will slow down the offense once again. Coach Slaybaugh setting up a strategy for Hiland to go up big in the third, and a foul is called on Lila Wiggs. That's the third foul for Strasburg in the quarter. And it'll be Wiggs with her first foul of the game. See Thomas defending on Habiger, inbounding the ball. 40 seconds remain. Hiland is up 19 here as Mullet with an easy look, no good. So Strasburg trying to get something going here. Over to Thomas, over to Gilkerson, and Gilkerson is fouled by Mishlow. Some quick ball movements there inside.
Did a nice job looking ahead in transition.
With 27.6 seconds left, Strasburg inbounding the ball. Seacrest Handling it over to Allie Miller. Miller inside the paint, going up for the shot, no good. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Strasburg touched it last. So another empty Strasburg possession. You mentioned 0 of 10 from the field in this quarter. So Hiland here looking to take the last shot. No, the ball is going to get knocked away. Habiger gets it. Troyer will reset the offense now. Mullet trying to drive in with the left hand. Gets the screen from Habiger. Ball knocked away. 5 seconds left. They need to get a shot off here. Ball is knocked away from Thomas in the hands of Gilkerson, but they didn't know how much time was left, and the quarter is over. And so the Hiland defense remains strong, 45-26, with 1 quarter left in this East District final here at Dover High School. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to PAC Oil Drilling, your local energy partner. Embrace the benefits of domestic oil production with us. We pride ourselves on safe and environmentally responsible practices, ensuring minimal impact on Ohio's beautiful landscape. Our dedicated team is committed to meeting energy demands while preserving nature's beauty. PAC Drilling is a big supporter of high school athletics and academics. We wish our athletes the very best on the field and in the classroom.
So much faster in the comfort of your own home. It's good to be.
It's not easy caring for an aging parent. At Ember Complete Home Health Care in Uriksville, we can help you full-time or just a few hours a week. We can develop a customized care plan. Call 740-922-6888 or learn more at embercomplete.com.
At Parkway Ford Jeep Ram in Dover, Ohio, we're here to get everyone approved. Bad credit? No problem. We look at your individual situation and work to find a vehicle that fits your needs. Unlike buy here, pay here lots, we offer better programs, reliable vehicles, and a plan to help you build your credit. Bring a bank statement and we'll handle the rest, because everyone deserves a dependable vehicle and a brighter future. Visit Parkway today and drive toward success.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
We are farmers.
Come to Sammy Sue's Barbecue. Located at 237 West Front Street, Dover, with a full-service bar. We offer carry-out, catering, and a dine-in area. We do take reservations Monday through Wednesday.
It's the best for me and you, Sammy's Barbecue.
Our barbecue is true barbecue. We smoke all of our own meats in-house with our homemade rubs and match it perfectly with our sweet barbecue sauce. Come and see us soon.
Now we're back here at Dover High School. Strasburg down 19 points to Hiland with 1 quarter remaining in this East District final. That was a I would call it a defensive stand for both teams. That was just an offensive struggle.
Yeah, that was ugly, Mitch. For Strasburg, 0 of 10 from the floor. Hiland, 9 turnovers, so not a good quarter by either team. If you were Hiland, you would have liked to maybe stretch that lead out a little bit more. Strasburg did cut it down, but when you look back at that 3rd quarter, there was a lot of opportunities missed by Strasburg as well.
Their offense coming on the back of multiple Riley Thomas free throws, but that's all they could get. And if you're Hiland right now, you mentioned they would want to extend this lead and make it for sure a game over, but 19 points left. Up with 8 minutes left. You're Hiland, you're just trying to keep at pace.
Yeah, if you're Hiland, you just want something positive to come out of each session. Not necessarily a score, but You don't want a turnover. You want a good shot, a high percentage shot by the shooter that you want taking the shot.
We mentioned early in the broadcast, Strasburg scoring at least 60 points in their first 3 games of the sectional and district tournaments. And they've been held to 26 here through 3 quarters as Seacrest is called for an offensive foul. Drawn against Trish Troyer, my goodness, and you can hear the Strasburg crowd voice their opinions.
Yeah, the natives are a little restless right now. They didn't like that call. Seacrest just extended that arm just a little bit.
It has been a tough night for Seacrest. Just 1 field goal here at the point for the Tigers, but she has the ball here on possession. Launches from 3. There she goes. 3-pointer made by Seacrest. It's 45-29. Some life breathed by the Tigers here. Hiland needing a response. Evie Mass driving in with the left hand up against Miller. No good. Tigers picking up the pace here now. Seacrest going up against Troyer again. Crosses over. Another long 3 attempt. No good. Rebounded by Strasburg as Gilgerson tries to go up against Troyer and is... There's no foul call, but they call a double dribble. A traveling violation, rather, on Yoder. And we have Coach Bates talking to one of the officials here, but it looks like it will be Strasburg basketball.
There might have been a foul on that possession, Mitch.
Seemed like there might have been contact as Gilkerson missed against Troyer. And a long 3-point attempt is no good. That was Maddie Boylan, now in the game for Strasburg, her first shot attempt. Boylan now guarding up close against Troyer, who kicks it over to Macy Mullet. Mullet working the point for Hiland for most of this game, and there was a hand in there by Gilkerson. Strasburg getting more aggressive with the defense to force turnovers. They do there.
Third of the quarter for the Hawks already.
And it's Seacrest looking for a 3-shot. Gives it up to Thomas. Thomas driving up against Habiger. Thomas makes the 5-footer. And it's 45-31 as Coach Brady Schleybaugh calls a timeout to settle down his Hawks players. Thomas with 18 points for the game. That is tops between both teams. And Strasburg showing a little bit of life here in this opening quarter, even though it's going to take a lot to get back in this game.
They're doing a really good job speeding Hiland up right now, getting them out of their comfort zone, just making them, you know, make unforced turnovers, just uncharacteristic turnovers. Hiland now with 13 turnovers in the ball game, Mitch.
And Hiland's been able to gut out wins like this over the course of the season. And we mentioned earlier they had a 47-40 victory over Hannibal River last week's district semifinal, which made people wonder how they would match up against this high-scoring Strasburg team that has 1 loss going into this season, going into this contest. But they have handled the IVC North champs for the majority of this game.
Mitch, we got an update here. Tusky Valley is up 40-19 on West Muskingum in their district final today.
And a foul is called. They wanted a traveling call on Yoder, the Strasburg fans did. But the foul will be called on Ella Gilkerson, her first. So both fan bases getting a little chippy here now as Trish Troyer launches from the corner. She's had another solid night. 12 points on 4 3-point attempts. Seacrest throwing it over now. Cibula on 3, no good. And Cibula has struggled from the 3-point line. Foul is called again as Yoder went up aggressive. They're going to call this one the second personal foul on Gilkerson. You mentioned a stat here. Spidell and I believe it was Cibula had a solid game against Hiland a couple weeks ago, combining for 25 points. Just 3 points tonight between the two. As it's Joplin Yoder trying to drive in, gets knocked around a bit, and Gilkerson has the ball. Over to Cibula on the fast breaks. Seacrest, no good again with the left hand. So Hiland taking advantage of some missed opportunities for Strasburg with 5:36 remaining in this Division 7 East District Final. And another foul called on the Tigers. That'll be their 4th, and it's on Seacrest. And you can see Seacrest visibly frustrated with at this point in the game. It's been a tough day for the Tigers in general. And it'll be Hiland looking for an open man on the opposite side. Troyer kicks it over now. Hiland swinging around a bit. Troyer will work the point now for the Hawks. And the Hawks operating outside here until they can get one man wide open.
Hiland might want to
in space.
Good call by Coach Slaba on the timeout there.
They'll take a timeout, and so will we. Hiland up 17 with 5:08 remaining.
Novellus is a global leader in flat-rolled aluminum and the world's largest aluminum recycler. Together, we forged a world-class team delivering high-quality products globally. We extend our positive impact by supporting local schools and community organizations. Novellus Uriksville cheers on students and families across various schools. Novellus Uriksville is rooting for you. Learn more at novellus.com.
We are the First National Bank of Denison. We have been a staple in the community for over 90 years.
Choosing the First National Bank of Denison is the first step to growing your business and reaching your goals.
We are a community bank with local decision makers who live, work, and raise families in your community.
We listen to our customers' short-term, long-term, and financial goals to ensure you achieve the best possible results to help your business grow.
As a community bank, we can't be successful unless our community as a whole is successful. Helping your business achieve success is our greatest reward.
Before making your next deal, come and see me, Jim Wilson, at our Denison location.
Or me, Brian Williams, at our Dover location. And remember, here at the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. First National Bank of Denison, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
If you're looking for a great place to take your gang before or after the game, you gotta try the Yard in Denison. Treat your family to the very best in pizza or pasta or salad. It's delicious. So don't be shy, give the Denison Yard a try. Enjoy good food and good times at the Yard.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
And we're back here with 5:08 remaining. Hiland up on 17 on Strasburg, which is a game in which Strasburg hasn't been able to make the runs that they need to overcome the big lead that Hiland was able to build upon early in this contest.
And if you're Hiland right now, you got to make sure you get someone to the middle there against that pressure to relieve that. And they got to make sure they continue to attack the basket. That last possession, they were flirting with that half-court line just a little bit too much there.
And Mullet tried to get one inside, and that'll be a jump ball, so it'll stay with Hiland. Strasburg going with a mostly smaller rotation here on the last part of the game with Riley Thomas in, but the likes of Allie Miller out on the bench.
Yeah, and I think that's due to the fact that they do have to pressure and extend full court.
Evie Mass for three, short, rebounded by Wiggs as Addison Cibula pushes the ball up the floor here. Now in the hands of Thomas, back to Cibala. Cibala for three, and it's no good. Again, Strasburg cannot connect on the three-point attempts. It'll be Evie Mass driving in, trying to look inside. Another turnover.
Good rotation by Seacrest, rotating down, helped over, she helped down.
And it'll be Cibala driving into Thomas. Thomas off the glass, good. Thomas with 20 points now, leading both teams. Lead down to 15. Mast has the ball, swings it back into the hands of Macy Mullet. And Mullet will give it right back to Mast here, kicking it back to the top of the key. Mullet for three, got it. That's 11 points now for Mullet, 51-33. Halfway through the final period of this East District final. And Seacrest kicked in the face. They're going to call foul on Spidell on the screen. It's been that kind of night for Strasburg as Spidell picks up her fourth foul. And so Mullet here driving inside the paint, out to Yoder, and Yoder launches for three, no good. As it'll be Wiggs picking up the rebound now. Tigers needing to pick up the pace here, down 18. Spidell launches from the right wing for three, no good. It's a scrap on the ground now between Boylan and Mast, and it's a jump ball for Strasburg. Third, 3:33 remaining. And Spidell gets the pass from Seacrest, tries to go inside off the right block, misses. Ball knocked away from Yoder, and it's off Yoder's hand. With all the turnovers that Hiland has had in the second half, Strasburg not able to cash in. And I'm sure Coach Slayball will tell them to clean this up if they advance.
Yeah, they got 14 for the Hawks in the second half turnovers.
Boylan with the long two attempt, no good on the air ball. And the ball is knocked out. Last touch by Strasburg. The winner of this game will move on to the Division 7 regional semifinals to take on the winner of the Southeast District. As the ball knocked out of bounds off Hiland, the winner of Franklin Furnace Green and South Gallia will play the winner of this game next Thursday at Logan High School. We have a timeout here called by Tyler Bates.
Yeah,
3:14 left.
And if you're Hiland that last possession, you never want to dribble a loose ball, Mitch. You want to pick it up, okay, and get it to a guard. I think they tried to control a loose ball with the dribble, and it just went out of bounds for the Hawks. Turnover number 16 in the second half here for the Hiland Hawks.
And again, you would think that Strasburg, with so many opportunities on turnovers, would be able to commit, but they've struggled to put the ball in the basket here, especially from beyond the arc, which was their bread and butter a couple of weeks ago in that win in the IVC Showcase.
Yeah, and they're getting decent looks. They're just not converting those looks, and Hiland's done a nice job applying pressure, and throughout the course of 4 quarters, that wears on you a little bit.
We see some of the fans for both teams here. A nearly packed house here at Dover High School. These new facilities built just a few years ago. As Hiland is looking for its return to the regional tournament. They have not made the state tournament since 2021, or 22 rather, but have made various appearances throughout the regional and state levels. In Strasburg, a long time since they've made it to the regional tournament, as Allie Miller's ball is knocked away by Yoder. Yoder driving in, kicks it out to Troyer. Troyer thought about it, but kicks it back over. Ball nearly got away from Mullet. Mullet being chased by Thomas now, as Thomas needs to get up to the midcourt. She does. Ball is stolen up to Wiggs, and Wiggs is fouled by Trish Troyer. So Lila Wiggs will go to the free throw line on the replay here.
Good attack by Wiggs there. made contact with her as she was going up for the shot. Got ball, but her body made contact with the offensive player going up.
And Wiggs will miss the first free throw. Coming into this game, shooting 30% on the season from the line. The Tigers have had their struggles offensively today, and she makes the second free throw there. Well, aside from the free throws, Strasburg just hasn't. They've struggled on two fronts. They've struggled from the three-point line. They've also struggled to go up strong against some of these taller Hiland players. Let's see if they can force a turnover here, as Hiland will take more out of the ball with 2:30 left. They have a wide open look to Mass, who did not take.
And Mitch, if you're Hiland, you want to keep attacking, take wide open layups.
Look at some wide open looks here on the free throws as Sophia Seacrest fouls Evie Mast. The Tigers already at 5 free throws, and there'll be 2 shots here for the junior. The first free throw by Mast is good, as we're seeing Lauren Harvey come into the game for the Tigers to replace Sophia Seacrest, and this might be Coach Bates calling off the dogs here. Mast makes the second free throw to make it 53-34. As both teams will play out the rest here. Thomas launching from the top of the key. That is no good. And so Hiland wasting more time here, trying to certify their spot in next week's regional semifinal.
Nice pass.
And again, Hiland not taking the wide open look here, as Coach Slaybaugh telling his girls to waste more time. And you hear claps in the Hiland student section here as they can sense victory. Hiland will improve to 21-4 on the season and avenge their only IVC loss via a 48-38 decision to Strasburg in the IVC Showcase in Berlin a couple of weeks ago. Thomas misses that one. Meanwhile, the Tigers suffer just their second defeat on the year. And it will close out the high school careers of some top talent here in the IVC, including the likes of Riley Thomas, the all-time leading scorer for Strasburg's girls program, the reigning IVC and district player of the year. Meanwhile, players like Joplin Yoder continue their careers as a foul is called on Strasburg. And so Yoder will go to the free throw line as both teams are about to empty their benches. So Yoder will add to her point total. No, she'll miss the first free throw, rather. Perfect timing as usual. As we see some of the reserves for both Hiland and Strasburg come in. Hiland cheering for the sense of victory, while Strasburg's faithful giving their respect as Coach Bates hugs Riley Thomas in what will be her and the seniors' final game of their high school careers, as Yoder makes the second free throw. Yoder with 18 points. She comes out of the game now as she will watch the rest of the game from the bench. Some of the reserves here now into the game. We mentioned Sibla throughout the contest, and also Maddie Boylan. Seeing the likes of Anna Dawson come in, as well as Millie Richards here as the jump ball is called. Meanwhile, for Hiland, number 22, Macy Miller, now into the game, as well as number 31, Peyton Yoder. We've seen Mishler throughout the contest. Number 13, Sienna Immel, now controlling the basketball. And that'll do it. The Hiland Hawks get their sweet revenge and advance to the regional semifinals here with a 54-34 victory over the Tigers of Strasburg Franklin. The Hawks return to the regionals as we will be right back with our post-game report right after these messages.
Vitamins and minerals, feeding champions since 1983.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Introducing Mount Hope Fence. Elevate your outdoors with our premier fences, beautiful pergolas, and captivating decks. We're your local experts on outdoor transformations, security, style, and serenity. We have it all. Let us bring your outdoor dreams to life. Mount Hope Fence, your space, your sanctuary. 7102 County Highway 77 in Millersburg and 644 Killian Road in Akron. Mount Hope Fence. We have the inside on the outdoors.
Football there, football there, football everywhere! What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he couldn't stop his body like a human, so he ends up trampling him, and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back, and he tramples him some more, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm a buffalo. I don't know my strength compared to you.
Wait, what?
Come on, ref, let the boys play.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today. Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Dover High School. It's a final. The Hiland Hawks have advanced to the Division 7 regional semifinals. The 54-34 victory over Strasburg Franklin in the Division 7 East District Championship game. Mitch Spinell alongside Coach Adam Hall here for the Altman wrap-up report. I mean, Hiland just put it on cruise control after a dominant first half.
Yeah, they had a really, really good first half. Kind of a sloppy second half with the lead they have. Strasburg was not able to take advantage of their kind of sloppiness and the turnovers in the second half and really cut into that lead at all.
We mentioned that Hiland will advance. They are 21-4 now on the season, while the Tigers campaign will end at 24-2. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here as part of our wrap-up report, and they tell you some of the factors that were into this game. The Tigers really struggled from the field at 10 of 48, despite outdoing the Hawks in free throws, rebounds, and turnovers, especially 18 turnovers. You don't normally see a team winning by 20 with that kind of number.
No, you don't, but I think it was the three-point shooting for the Hawks that put them over the top today. Some things to obviously clean up heading into the regionals, but hey, they're headed there.
The Hawks will take on the winner of Franklin, Furnace Green, and South Gallia, which is supposed to take place today around 5 o'clock. The winner of that game will face the Hawks next Thursday at Logan High School. Speaking of the Hawks, it is now time for our Clars XL Player of the Game. That honor will go to number 35 for Hiland, Joplin Yoder. She had a solid night tonight.
She did a great job. Struggled in game one against the Tigers, was in foul trouble, got in a little bit of foul trouble today, but really was the reason they built that big lead there in the first half. Played with a lot of confidence, shot the ball with a lot of confidence, and then when she came back in there in the second half coming off foul trouble, did a great job for the Hawks.
That is our Clars XL Player of the Game. Congratulations to Joplin, and congratulations to the Hiland Hawks, who will advance to the regional semifinals. For our Big Time Sports production crew, alongside Coach Adam Hall, I am Mitch Spinell saying so long, and thank you for watching another edition of high school girls basketball action here on Big Time Sports.